We're going to be performing curtsy lunge. The initial position, you're going to start with your feet shoulder width apart or hip width apart. And from here, you're going to be stepping back similar to a step back lunge, but the step is going to be made diagonal. So as she's stepping back, you'll notice that the step is diagonal. You can see the opposing knee on this side. Then you want to make sure that the hips end up being squared up and the knee is somewhere in the middle of the foot. And then you come up all the way. The important part is how big is the step. So as she's stepping back, a lot of people go too far. We want to make sure that the foot comes a little bit less far. And then right here, we want to square up the hips. By squaring up the hips, we're going to feel more tension on the side of the hip. Another thing that I want you to notice, the knee stays over the middle of the foot. Then you drive your foot into the ground, squeeze the glutes, and come up. As she steps down, I want you to pay attention with her knee and her foot. Her knee is aligned with her second, third toe. We actually want to open up a little bit while she still keeps those hips squared up. That's very important. We don't want the knee collapsing. We want to keep that knee in line with the second or third toe. And then she stands up. There's a difference between feeling it in the quads and in the glutes. So as she steps back, majority of people try to be too upright, which will load their quads. What we want to do, we want to actually lean a little bit forward and push your hips a little bit back to feel the glutes more. That way, when she drives the foot down and stands up, she will feel it more in the glutes during the squeeze. As she steps back, it's important to pay attention to how squared up her hips are. Right now, one of her hips is lower. We want to square up the hips. That creates more of a stretch on the outside of the hip. And then you want to squeeze and fully come up and engage your glutes. There are three things to consider. First thing, how far you step back. So make sure that your step is not too far. The second thing is make sure that your hips are squared up. And the third thing is make sure that you're leaning slightly forward to put more tension on your glutes. I hope that helps. Stay fit.